Hey there, science fans. Welcome to FusionFlare. I'm Shishir, and today we're diving into the science of everyday things. Ever wondered why we sneeze or why our fingers wrinkle in water? Let's explore these fascinating phenomena together. Get ready for easy-to-understand explanations, incredible facts, and some cool visuals to make your brain light up. Achoo! Let's talk about sneezing. You're walking along, minding your own business, when suddenly your nose starts to tickle. Then it hits you. The sneeze, it's like a tiny explosion, erupts from your face. Your nasal passages are like the security guards of your respiratory system, constantly on the lookout for intruders like dust and germs. When these troublemakers try to sneak past, your brain sends out a signal, telling your chest muscles to push out a huge burst of air. And boom, sneeze time. This powerful gust of air blasts those irritants out of your nose, keeping your airways clear. Have you noticed how your fingers turn into little prunes after a long bath? It's not just water soaking into our skin. Our nervous system is actually calling the shots. Those wrinkles might give us a better grip on wet objects. Underneath our skin, tiny blood vessels constrict when submerged in water, reducing blood flow and causing the skin to shrink. This creates those familiar ridges we call wrinkles. And the best part? These wrinkles disappear as soon as our fingers dry off. Hiccups, those sudden involuntary spasms that seem to come out of nowhere. It all starts with a muscle deep inside our chest called the diaphragm, responsible for helping us breathe. When we inhale, the diaphragm contracts, pulling air into our lungs. When we exhale, it relaxes. Sometimes the diaphragm gets irritated and contracts suddenly, causing a hiccup. This sudden rush of air into our lungs causes our vocal cords to snap shut, creating that classic hic sound. Most of the time, hiccups are nothing more than a minor annoyance and usually go away on their own, but sometimes they can stick around for a while, and that's when they can be really frustrating. Why do we feel sleepy after eating? The case of the food coma. After a delicious meal, a wave of drowsiness washes over you. Our digestive system kicks into high gear, working hard to break down food and absorb nutrients. This process requires a lot of energy, which means our bodies have to prioritize. When we eat, especially foods high in carbohydrates, our bodies release a hormone called insulin. Insulin helps our cells absorb glucose, our body's primary source of energy, and triggers the release of hormones like serotonin and melatonin, which make us feel sleepy. So next time you're feeling that post-meal slump, don't fight it. Your body is simply doing what it needs to do to refuel and recharge. Just maybe skip the afternoon meeting, okay? How does caffeine keep us awake? Let's talk about caffeine, that magical elixir that helps us power through long days and late nights. Our brains are constantly buzzing with activity even when we're sleeping. One of the key players in this neural symphony is a neurotransmitter called adenosine, the sleep signal of the brain. As adenosine levels rise throughout the day, we start to feel tired and sluggish. Caffeine blocks adenosine receptors in the brain, preventing us from feeling tired. It also increases the production of other neurotransmitters, like dopamine and adrenaline. Dopamine is associated with pleasure and motivation, while adrenaline is our body's fight or flight hormone. So caffeine not only prevents us from feeling tired, but also makes us feel more alert, focused, and even a little bit happier. Why do we get goosebumps? Those tiny bumps pop up on our skin when we're cold, scared, or moved by music. Goosebumps are a reflex, an automatic response that we have very little control over. For our early ancestors, goosebumps helped trap a layer of air close to the body, providing insulation and making them look bigger to predators. Today, we have lost a lot of our body hair, but those tiny muscles, known as erector pili muscles, are still there. So the next time you get goosebumps, appreciate this ancient reflex. It's a reminder that we're all connected to our evolutionary past. Why does ice feel slippery? You might think it's just because ice is frozen water, but it's more complicated than that. At the surface of ice, water molecules are more loosely connected, creating a thin layer of liquid water on top. This thin layer acts like a lubricant, reducing friction between the ice and whatever is trying to move across it. Scientists are still debating the exact details of why this liquid layer forms. Some believe it's due to the pressure of an object on the ice, while others think it's because the molecules at the surface have fewer neighbors to bond with. Regardless, this thin layer of liquid water is what makes ice so slippery. Why does a spinning ball curve in the air? The Magnus effect. Have you ever wondered how pitchers throw curveballs or how soccer players bend it like Beckham? The Magnus effect explains why spinning objects like balls curve in flight. As a ball spins through the air, it drags the air along with it. On one side of the ball, the direction of the spin is the same as the airflow, creating high pressure. On the other side, the spin goes against the airflow, creating low pressure. The air naturally flows from high to low pressure, creating a sideways force on the ball, causing it to curve. The faster the spin, the greater the pressure difference and the more dramatic the curve. The Magnus effect is used in everything from sports to airplanes. Why do we yawn? Yawning is a universal human behavior, yet it's one of those things we rarely stop to think about. For years, scientists believed yawning was our body's way of getting more oxygen to the brain. However, recent research shows yawning doesn't actually increase oxygen levels in the blood. Scientists now believe yawning plays a role in regulating brain temperature. When our brains get too warm, yawning helps to cool them down. Yawning is also highly contagious, a form of social bonding. It's a way for us to empathize with others and show that we're paying attention. So the next time you yawn, embrace it. It's a natural and healthy behavior. Well, that was a whirlwind tour of everyday science. From sneezes to hiccups, wrinkly fingers to yawning. We've covered a lot of ground today. Remember, science is all around us, even in the most ordinary things. All you have to do is open your mind and ask questions. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the amazing world of science, be sure to subscribe to FusionFlare for more science-packed videos. We've got a lot more cool stuff to explore together. And hey, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below telling me which everyday science mystery you found the most fascinating. Until next time, stay curious, keep exploring, and never stop asking why. Oh, and one last thing, have you ever wondered why the sky is blue? Find out in our next episode.